fail 2 missions, we have to eliminate a team member.
The Road Rules team member must be eliminated. I saw something in Ellen when I first met Ellen. I saw somebody who I could really have a relationship with.
I know Adam cares about me because he said things to me. You're the type of girl that I can bring you home to my parents. I know he cares about me and I care about him too.
It seems that after everybody goes to bed, Adam and Ellen enjoy performing oral sex on each other 3 feet away from me, which is disgusting.
Everybody knows they've been having sex. Adam straight up told me, hey, we've been having sex. I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, she tries to get loud, but I have to cover her mouth because we're in the RV and we don't want to wake everybody up. And I'm like,
Oh, I wonder what that could be.
hello.
Hey,
Hi.
thank you.
Thank you. Okay. At 1:45 today, we need to contact Abraham because a local baker has a tall order to fill and we've been hired to lend him a hand. We don't know how much we're going to get paid for this job. We're hoping that we'll get enough where we can eat comfortably until we get our next job.
Nice, nice. Money.
I love cooking. I'm more than willing to put on the chef's apron and the big fluffy hat.
We're gonna be in a bakery. I'm gonna be eating the entire time.
We really need this money because we are eating after other people's food. I mean, we're becoming like desperate.
See, with me and Adam, like, I can't help it. Like, that's how I really feel, and that's how he feels. I mean, I think that's why I acted upon my feelings or my attraction to him. We're two people who found something in each other that we liked. I didn't expect a relationship on this trip, but I'm glad it happened with Adam. He's an awesome guy. Adam's already taken. Oh,
Adam's already taken? Please, you did not just say that. I know Ellen does not like when Adam's with me. Like, Sophia and Adam could be hanging out, and she doesn't care. But if Adam and I are, then she wants to go wherever we go.
No, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh my God, you did not just say that.
Shut up. I hate you. I really do.
I just can't believe you said that. Adam's taken.
Well, kind of is.
How about this? I'm popular! Just kidding! Just kidding!
Attached, Adam.
Oh!
You're taken. She told me today.
Yeah. that was funny. That was funny.
So I keep saying
Certainly it's okay to
she's back there and told me just Adam's taken in case I was, trying to get up on you.
Take it, dog. Stakes have been laid. Territory has been claimed. From now on, I've decided I'm only dating supermodels. I let my standards drop down too low. From now on, I need to stick purely to supermodels and centerfolds.
That's fantastic.
I don't think Adam having ADD really has anything to do with the way he treats Ellen. He's always got like something negative to say.
You only live but once, and you really, if you're gonna bang, you may as well bang really, really well.
I love Adam to death, but he really berates her and treats her like crap a lot of times. But then again, she takes it.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm only gonna date sisters of supermodels from now on, and paraplegic chicks, and Ellen.
Such a jackass. Can we see Abraham?
Hola!
Abraham speaks absolutely no English.
Tú eres Adam. Muy bien.
Adam and Ellen both speak Spanish. Granted, Adam speaks it better than Ellen, but either way, I don't understand any of it.
Mañana, aquí.
Every year in the city of Villanova, they have a festival called La Merengada. It's an annual event held before Lent that celebrates gluttony.
Merengue es tradición en Vilanova. Entonces os hemos llamado a vosotros para que vengáis a que nos ayudéis a hacer mucho merengue. Mínimamente 120 unidades de estas y a más vais a tener que hacer después al final un merengue grande, espectacular.
We're gonna help him make a lot of merengue.
¿Habéis separado?
The way a person makes meringue, first thing you have to do is separate egg whites from the egg yolks. You can't have any of the yolk within the egg whites or it'll be ruined.
Oh, you should really tie your hair back. Put it up.
I don't have a hair tie.
You have a hat.
When you get a huge amount of egg white, you throw that in with like 14,000 pounds of sugar.
And then we boil water and sugar till it almost starts caramelizing, and you add a little bit of vanilla and a little bit of love, and voila, fluffy meringue.
Explica a ella cómo.
Sí, yo le explico a ella, ¿no?
So, yeah.
Voy.
He's gonna explain it to you.
What?
You don't do it like a Sunday.
What?
Yeah, that
like
would be how you
this.
start my days.
Just wait for me. You just said he was gonna come. Nella doesn't listen to him.
And then comes up.
Just do it like Sundays.
¿Tú también?
Explica a ella, por favor.
¿A quién?
A la japonesa.
A la japonesa.
I'm not Japanese, I'm Korean. And he does this because he knows it just bothers me.
Where's the
Look at it.
Bien.
And I feel like I've sat back and tried to be the bigger person. But sometimes I'm just like, oh, I've had it with you.
I think that the repair estimate to fix Ellen is way too expensive. Rather scrap her and get a new one.
View the world through the eyes of the
So after we finish all the 120 merengue cupcakes, Abraham brings in the tall cake. And he tells us that we're gonna have to decorate it with like the merengue pastry things. Plus, we get to airbrush colors on it.
That's pretty. Dear God, that was horrible. What the hell were you doing?
Fantástico.
You guys
Ellen, this isn't a tic-tac-toe board.
He said it looked nice. He told me to do the column.
This is the ugliest cake, and like I had a part in it. The colors are nasty. I'm gonna have to learn how to say I'm sorry in Spanish and say it repeatedly tomorrow.
Con que hay muchas florecitas, se podrían hacer unas cuantas de un color, otras cuantas de otro color.
mix it what?
Make a bunch of, like, do.
Two little spots and then...
Can I do it?
Damn, when's the wedding, people? Damn, you guys fight like you're married.
I would never treat a girl the way Adam treats Ellen, but I think that he cares a lot about Ellen, whether he admits it or not.
Mañana a las 6:30 ustedes con este pastel merengue tienen que estar en la Plaza de la Vila.
We need to finish up this cake and deliver it tomorrow to the town square in perfect condition without anything happening to it in order to get paid.
Gracias.
Gracias. Adios.
We decided the best thing for the cake is to move it as little as possible. So the girls are going to go to the RV, drive back, and pick us up.
You like Ellen.
I remember you said to me one day, how could you be attracted to her? So, something along that line.
And that was like 2 weeks ago. You still don't have an answer.
Yeah. You're such a jackass.
I'm not the one who likes her.
Have I professed my love for anybody on this trip?
Did I say profess love? I said you like. You're gonna get her some candy. You're gonna have babies with her.
She is cute.
Open the door.
Okay, what's the top?
Do you or do you not like him? I want to know, where's it going? You like him or you don't? I am attracted to Adam, and I see good qualities in him, but I hate it when he acts like an ass because it's just so stupid. You know he's better than that. Exactly.
I definitely think he's trying to push me away and keep his guard up and everything, but I don't think he realizes to what extent that does bother me.
We find out that every year there's a huge meringue fight that they have in the center of the town, and kids go crazy.
We ready? I'm Superman, dude. I'm invulnerable.
We noticed a bunch of little kids running around everywhere with meringue all over their bodies, throwing eggs at each other. So we figured that it's going to be kind of difficult to get this cake over to the square in one piece because we have to walk the cake there.
You ready? He said the whole world is there.
I just hope everything works out right because we need to get paid so bad.
Let's go! Protect the cake. That is my mission.
Evil children. Look up. Hey, watch for snipers, dude.
Watch for snipers.
Hey, it's time to get dirty now.
It's time to get dirty.
Buckle it up.
We're here! Yay!
Get on my side.
As we're approaching the square, we just see children. They're just frothing out the mouth, just wanting to destroy this cake.
We finished up our job. Then this 9-year-old collegiate linebacker of a girl, she just flying tackles me, just slams me, and knocks me out of the way.
Tons of kids and teenagers come flying to us, and we're blocking it and trying to like fight them off without them messing up our cake. But the cake finally gets toppled over, and we just said, screw it, we're gonna have fun.
This is all that's left of our once beautiful merengue.
We lost the cake, and we're thinking, we're covering the merengue, might as well enjoy ourselves while we can.
This could be the greatest day of my entire life. Everyone is here just to have a good time. And when you have that feeling in mass quantities, nothing can beat it. I'm just as happy as all these kids around here.
Adam and Ellen with the meringue thing, I think it's when you're in kindergarten or first grade, the person you like the most, you beat up, and they beat you up.
They had our little meringue pies. We're on this cake on the top of the stage, and they start grabbing our meringue pies and throwing them in the crowd and all that, and they start squirting water everywhere, and it's like this huge children's bachelor party. It's just amazing.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó?
I'm Masha. I'm the Western Union representative. Here is your prize. Inside is your money.
I think for the first time, everybody did something to help pass this job.
You ready for the money?
Yes,
Yeah?
Where's the next Western Union station?
I'll take you. Let's go. $1,000.
We're going to receive $1,000 in pesetas. It's a lot of money, bearing the fact that we don't have any, so any money is good.
Don't even collect that money because half of it's not yours.
Get out of here.
Give me half of it, please.
Adam is acting like such a jackass. And if he's gonna act like this, I've got news for you, mister. If you push me enough, I'll come fighting. Adam, come upstairs and sit on the RV with me and talk to me for 10 minutes. Please.
Personally, I think it's something that should be solved because the tension is mounting.
Just write it down for me and give it to me because...
No. Don't be a jerk, Adam. Go outside.
Just don't be a trick, bitch, and I won't get upset on you. Ellen, are you listening to me?
Yes, I am. Don't talk to me
I will go
like that,
defensive.
Adam.
I'm just telling you, I will go defensive.
You're already in defense mode.
Very good, which is why I'm telling you how to approach the situation.
This is the stupidest thing ever.
This is not a good idea on your guys' part. I'm just letting you know that.
Next on the 10 spot.
This is exactly what I didn't want. I didn't want just tension. I didn't want any of that. I don't want another episode like that. I just really don't. I don't think it's...
What episode? Where that wasn't created by any relationship that you and I had?
I mean, what do you want to happen?
With you?
Yeah.
You have a lot of positive qualities, but you're not someone who I would date, and so I don't think that therefore, like, anything should develop in the RV.
This is exactly what I didn't want, is all I'm saying.
What didn't you want to happen? Nothing has happened.
Then nothing will. Let's just leave it at that. It's been totally drawn out, played out.
Ellen, please don't get me out of bed again and say you need to talk about something if you don't know what it is you're going to talk about. You didn't say, Adam, I have questions to ask you. You said you had something to talk about.
I just didn't understand why you were getting so upset if we have absolutely nothing, and that's fine with me, because you know what?
What was I so upset about?
Good night. This is so stupid.
If I had to look inward and say, Adam, what's your biggest fear? It would be rejection. Sometimes I push people just to see how far they're willing to go and have them reject me first, because that way I can say that, you know, I caused that to happen. I was born with ADHD, attention deficit disorder with hyperactivity. I didn't get diagnosed until I was in 6th grade. So that's 11 years, half of my life right now, of not being able to pay attention, or just being really hyperactive and having people think that I was either lazy or like I was called retarded. The hardest part that I had to deal with was just the pure fact that nobody liked me because I couldn't get along with anybody, because I was always breaking things or getting in fights. I wasn't allowed to go to family functions. Never being invited to a birthday party or sitting in the cafeteria by yourself and having to start a fight in order to get any type of attention. It makes you hate life. Sometimes I go to extremes with the issue of being rejected. I pushed Ellen away because I was afraid that if I got involved, that I would get hurt. These houses are so gorgeous.
It's sad.
When we're by ourselves, I kind of feel like I can talk to her about the deeper issues. Some of my problems, some of her problems. I need to fix my relationship with myself and with Ellen.
Wow.
Oops, there we go. Adam has a big mouth.
Sometimes he's really sweet, and sometimes he's a big brat, and I'm trying to figure out which one he is today.
I guess what I don't understand, Adam, is there's so many things about you that I like. I mean, sometimes you're really funny, and some of the things you do are just totally ridiculous, obnoxious, or I think sometimes crude, and I don't think it's funny. But when you can be like us all the time, why choose not to be, is my question.
I feel like the Adam or whatever helps keep that distance. And it's not a good thing. It's been very bad. It's because I'm either insecure or whatever, or shy, whatever it is. I know that it's not healthy, but at the same time, it's comfortable.
You know what? You can keep your distance. You can keep on. I guess that's what I was trying to tell you the other day, that I miss the closeness. I miss us being able to talk openly about things.
I can believe right now that you care about me, but I don't know that you're not going to change. And that just gave me a sense of insecurity about our relationship, that it can change at any moment, that I have no control over. And the one way I do have control, the one way guys do have control, is to not let themselves get too involved.
I completely appreciate your honesty, and I feel like this is the first time you've really told me exactly why you've acted the way you have.
Why can't you just be perfect?
No one's perfect. Everyone's got their flaws.
Even me?
Yes, even you.
Like, after this whole thing's over, I would love to get a small little RV and go. You already know, I'd love to go across the U.S. and down into Mexico and down to South America. You would be cool to have along because you're really cool. I hope you will forgive me for acting so cruel at times to you. And I know I said 1,000 times that you're someone who I was back home I would never date. Well, if we were back home, I would date you. Ellen, I love you. I really, really care about you.